So how do you really measure progress in your life? I mean, is it just hitting some number, like on a scale or in your bank account?
Or is it maybe something deeper,
Mm,
more profound?
exactly, like a subtle rhythm of improvement, maybe. Something tied to your overall well-being.
Right.
Well, today you're doing a deep dive into something pretty unique. One person's incredibly detailed fortnight review.
Yeah, think of it like a supercharged personal journal.
Totally. It tracks everything, daily habits, self-improvement goals, across, well, a whole bunch of different life areas. It's quite something.
And our mission here really is to pull out those key insights. We want to explore how these seemingly small, consistent actions, when combined with a really mindful approach,
How they add up.
exactly how they add up to contribute to a real sense of holistic well-being. What can you, listening, learn from this kind of detailed self-tracking?
It's such a candid look, isn't it? This personal review, it gives you this unfiltered view of someone's daily efforts and how they reflect on it all.
It really does, a window into their process.
Okay, so let's unpack this. Where should we start? Maybe the foundation. Physical health and daily movement.
Sounds good. That's often where these things begin.
Right. So the source talks about their sleep schedule, and it's really variable.
Highly variable.
The average comes out at about 6.43 hours a day, which, might sound a bit low to some people.
It might, but averages can be deceiving sometimes.
That's true, because there are these wild swings. We're talking really good, solid 8-hour nights.
Yeah, even 10 hours once, apparently, with a nap included.
Right. But then other nights, it dips way down, like 4 or 5 hours sometimes. So how do we make sense of that? Is it just chaos?
Well, what's fascinating here is it doesn't seem to be just random. It looks intentional.
Intentional. How so?
The individual actually mentions using split sleep sessions and strategic naps.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, either to make up for waking up early or just to sort of slot in extra rest during the day. It seems like a deliberate strategy.
So adapting on the fly, kind of?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And the key insight for us, I think, is that adaptability, that self-awareness in their health approach. They're not just rigidly sticking to some ideal schedule.
They're listening to their body.
Precisely.
Right.
Responding to what they need. They even identified a practical thing, needing to adjust their bed frame to sleep better.
Huh. That's specific.
It is. It shows they're really paying attention and adjusting, not just forcing it.
Okay, interesting. So from sleep, let's talk movement. Walking steps, specifically.
Right.
They set a daily target, 5,600 steps. But they consistently beat that. The average is impressive, 6,980 steps a day.
That's quite a bit over the target.
Yeah. And one day they even hit over 10,000 steps. But here's the detail that really stood out to me. It's in parentheses. I didn't feel so.
Ah,
Meaning they didn't feel the effort so much. And then it says, a good sign as it has become part of daily activities.
that's huge, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a chore anymore. It's just what they do.
Yeah.
What does that tell us about building habits?
Well, if we kind of zoom out and connect the dots, it seems pretty clear these steps aren't always from, like, dedicated workouts.
Not necessarily hitting the gym or going for long runs.
Not exclusively, no. It seems integrated into daily life.
Yeah.
Things like gardening, they mentioned, raking leaves, preparing beds.
Yeah, okay. Physical stuff.
Yeah. And light walks after meals, general house chores. It all adds up.
So the big takeaway is that consistency can come from weaving activity into your routine.
Exactly. Making it seamless. So it feels less like exercise and more like just living, finding those little pockets of movement.
Makes sense. Though they do add a dose of reality.
Oh, yeah.
They admit they're still working on building a consistent daily push-up habit.
Ah, okay. Fair
Yeah.
enough. It reminds us that not every habit clicks into place immediately, right? Some take more effort.
Definitely. Okay, let's move on to diet. The source maintains a really stable weight. It fluctuates less than a kilogram, averaging around 67.2 kilos.
Very stable.
And what's interesting is their approach to intermittent fasting. They actually reduced it.
Oh, why was that?
It seems it was after some inflammation issues subsided. They'd been on medication and made dietary changes for 2 weeks, felt better, and then went back to eating at regular times.
Ah, okay. So adapting the strategy again based on current needs.
Exactly. Which raises that question, doesn't it? How our health approaches should evolve as our bodies change or heal.
Absolutely. And they detail some specific dietary shifts too, right?
Yeah, like switching to warm, soupy foods. Apparently that really helped with digestion and inflammation even after they stopped the medication.
Interesting. And things like mindful eating.
Yes. Chewing meals thoroughly and slowly. A simple thing, but powerful.
Often overlooked, yeah.
And they share some advice based on their experience, suggesting that as we get older, reducing cold foods and drinks might be beneficial alongside cutting processed stuff, obviously.
Right, because of the potential impact on digestion and maybe inflammation. Yeah. It's about tuning into not just symptoms, but long-term needs too.
Okay, so that covers the physical base pretty well. Now, what about cultivating inner and outer skills? Let's start with the mind meditation.
They practice regularly. Sitting meditation, usually just for a minute.
Just a minute. Okay.
And walking meditation, a bit longer, maybe 1 to 5 minutes. But here's where it gets really interesting, I thought.
Go on.
They describe sweeping dried leaves as a meditation practice.
Sweeping leaves? Seriously, how?
Well, they describe really noticing it. The rustling sound, the rhythm of the broom swish, swish the feel of the handle.
Ah, so it's about the attention they bring to it.
Exactly. What really stands out is how these, seemingly mundane chores can become chances for real mindfulness, for being present.
That's powerful. It's not about what you're doing,
but how you're doing it. Being fully there, whatever the task. It shows mindfulness isn't just for sitting on a cushion, right? It can be part of everything.
That's a great point.
And they also mention mentally noting thoughts and feelings. And they link their feelings stoic as usual to the reduced inflammation.
Wow. So a direct link between physical state and mental calm.
It seems so, yeah, a very integrated view.
Okay, moving to a more practical skill. Cooking.
Yeah.
The motivation seems pretty clear. Take control of our consumption and learn new skills.
Makes sense, and they have specific goals.
Very specific. Like preparing vegetables quickly and effectively. They mention making regular miso soup with veggies, prawns, tofu, sometimes beans with noodles.
Sounds pretty healthy.
Yeah. And also mastering different ways to cook eggs, alternating hard-boiled and microwaved, trying out recipes they find on social media.
If we connect that to the bigger picture, cooking for yourself,
Yeah.
it's not just healthier eating, is it?
What else?
It's empowering. It's a real move towards self-reliance.
Ah, taking charge.
Yeah. Actively engaging with preparing your food, learning, experimenting it, builds a deeper connection to your nourishment, gives you a sense of control, of independence.
I like that.
Yeah.
Okay, next up, decluttering. Something many of us grapple with, I suspect.
Oh, definitely.
The goal is explicit. Adopt a minimalist lifestyle. And their habit for this is fascinatingly small.
How small?
Get this. On the way to the kitchen, clear one item from any areas within the house. With a focus on the garage?
One item. That's it.
One item. Talk about a micro habit.
Wow. But that really highlights something important, doesn't it?
The power of tiny actions.
Exactly. Tiny, but consistent. You don't have to overhaul everything at once. One item a day? Well, that adds up over time towards a big goal like minimalism.
True. But again, there's that dose of realism.
What's that?
They admit no progress on a specific neglected drawer and some replacement curtains.
Right. So even with good habits and intentions, some things just lag behind.
Yeah. It's a reminder that progress isn't always linear, even when you're doing the right things. It's normal for some stuff to take longer.
Absolutely. Keeps it real.
Okay, let's shift gears again. Growth and contribution, starting with reading. They dedicate about 5 to 10 minutes a day just to browsing, skimming fiction, gardening books.
Just browsing, not necessarily finishing books.
Seems like it. There's also a specific health book mentions something about blood pressure, blood sugar, lipids. But the note says, nothing on this yet.
Huh. So maybe it's on the to-do list.
Maybe. But what's eliminating here, perhaps, is the focus on browsing for interest, rather than feeling obligated to finish everything.
Right. Consuming for wisdom or mental health doesn't always mean powering through cover to cover.
Sometimes it's just dipping in, getting what you need.
Exactly. Or just seeing what's out there for later. Letting curiosity lead rather than obligation.
I can see the value in that. Okay, let's talk coding.
The tech side.
Yeah. This person practices daily pull request contributions, PRs. These are basically proposed changes to code projects.
Right, contributing back.
Yeah, it could be documentation, could be CI stuff that's continuous integration, making sure code works smoothly, or test cases.
Across several languages.
Yep, go Python, Elixir, Erlang, Rust, they call it GP, or any relevant project, really. Even fixing tiny typos counts.
Wow, daily contributions, even small ones.
And they also do regular maintenance on their own pet projects, fixing broken tests, improving test coverage.
Connecting this to the bigger picture again, even those small daily contributions add up massively in open source communities.
It shows real dedication.
It does. And the takeaway is that contributing and learning doesn't always need grand gestures. Consistent small efforts, even fixing a typo build skill, helps the community and reinforces personal mastery. It's about showing up.
Showing up daily. I like that. Okay, now writing. This goal is pretty ambitious.
How is it?
Publishing 2 posts per day and also reading back through old posts.
2 posts a day. Wow.
I know. But here's where this whole journaling aspect gets really profound.
How so?
The journal itself, this detailed tracking, was apparently crucial in helping them figure out those inflammation issues we talked about earlier.
Ah, connecting back.
Yeah, it helped them uncover subtle factors, pinpoint potential root causes for their indigestion over those 2 weeks. The source really advocates for this kind of meticulous incremental journaling.
For finding hidden insights.
Exactly. Things you might otherwise overlook completely.
That raises a really powerful point about journaling, doesn't it? It's not just a passive record.
It's active.
Yeah, it can be a dynamic tool.
Yeah.
For self-discovery, for problem solving. It goes way beyond just documenting your day. It becomes an active investigation.
Like being your own detective.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Especially for understanding personal challenges, even health ones, by spotting patterns and connections you'd normally miss.
That's a fascinating way to think about journaling. Okay, finally, let's just briefly touch on some personal pursuits. Hobbies.
Right. The fun stuff.
There's fish keeping, thinking about using a specific rack for both gardening and fish keeping, looking for species for outdoor containers.
Combining interests.
Yeah. Then gardening itself, monitoring seedlings, transplanting, learning from recent germination experiences and the weather, planning a rack system.
Lots of observation and planning there.
And photography. Apparently their phone broke unexpectedly, so now they're researching new phones with good macro lenses, which led them to learn about recent advances in mobile photography.
So even a problem becomes a learning opportunity.
Seems that way.
You know, what's remarkable looking at these hobbies together,
Mm-hmm.
even when some goals are still nothing yet, like the reading book or just in the planning stage.
Like the rack system.
Exactly. They're clearly driven by joy, right? Connection
Yeah.
with nature, creative exploration.
Definitely feels that way.
And the insight there, I think, is that the process, the planning, the thinking about it, the learning that's an active, valuable part of the pursuit itself, it all contributes to that holistic well-being.
It's not just about the end result.
Not at all. It's the journey of engagement and discovery.
Wow. We've covered a lot. It's just incredible, the level of detail and the intentionality this person brings to their daily life across health, mind, skills, hobbies. It's really comprehensive.
It truly is a very inspiring, integrated approach to personal growth.
So what does this all mean for you, listening in?
Yeah, what do you take away from this deep dive into one person's fortnight review? Maybe about tracking your own progress.
Or about the power of those small, incremental changes.
And maybe about how to weave well-being into, well, every part of your life. Not as separate boxes, but as a continuous thread.
Right, an evolving journey.
Exactly.
And maybe, as you think about all that, here's one last thought to chew on. A provocative one, perhaps. If consistently documenting your daily experiences, your observations through journaling, if that can uncover root causes for physical health issues, like it did for this person,
Yeah.
what other hidden insights about your own life, your habits, your goals, your relationships, maybe what else could you unlock by adopting a similar practice? That kind of meticulous, thoughtful self-observation, what might you discover?